My name is Pedro. I'm the co-founder of Wagon Rio. For those of you who don't know, we're going to do this in English because half of our students are foreigners and they don't speak Portuguese yet. So I'm the co-founder of Wagon Brazil and Latin America. We are a coding bootcamp. We come from France. Parlez-vous français? So what we're going to show here tonight, so Wagon is a coding bootcamp. We teach people to code in 9 weeks. Our mission is to bring technical skills to creative people. How do we do that? Well, we have these fellow friends here for 9 weeks, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, learning how to code. And what we're going to show here today is the result of the last 10 days of their training. So they've been working in groups for 2 weeks after 7 weeks of 7 plus 2, 9. 7 weeks of training. So Le Wagon is French, like it sounds, Le Wagon. And we are 4 years old. We are now in 16 countries, 30 cities. In Brazil, we are in São Paulo, Rio, Belo Horizonte, and we're also opening in Latin America, so Mexico City and Buenos Aires in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, that's basically it. The apps are live, so you can access from your phone if you want. Kind of. Okay, got you. And I think that's it. So we'll start with the demos. Afterwards, we're gonna have a chat with Andrea Iorio from Tinder. And then we should all have beers, and I think we might have some pizzas later. That's news. Okay, so I would like to invite the first group, Gianluca, Nicolas Ali, and André with Crediteu.
Hello everyone, I'm Andre, this is Nicolas, and this is Gianluca. Well, guys, if there's one thing you guys need to know about me is I love burgers. I love burgers so much. That I decided, hey, I'm gonna open a new burger shop in Irajá. That was loud, sorry. In Irajá, called Burguês. And business is booming. It's going so well, in fact, that, hey, I decided to open a new branch, maybe in Ipanema, close to WeWork. And to do that, I'm gonna need some capital. So, I went to my local bank and to get a loan, and what I found was insane. They wanted me to pay over 50% yearly interest on my loan, which is just crazy. It's out of the question. I cannot do that. So I was a bit bummed for a while, and a few days later, I went to a wine tasting party at WeWork, and I met some new friends. We started talking a little bit. We got a little bit tipsy, you know, we're close, and amazingly, they had a solution to my problem. It's called Crediteu. Crediteu is a peer-to-peer lending platform that skips the middleman, the banks, and connects investors and companies directly. It helps small businesses grow and cuts down on bureaucracy. So, I want a loan, so let's have one. Oh wow, I can actually simulate my loan and what kind of interest I will be getting before signing up. So let's do it. I make about 100K a year. I want to pay it back in 12 months. And I did the math, and I think 80,000 reais would be enough for me to open a new branch. So, wow, 2.4% each month, which is already way less than I would pay for any bank I go to.
Well, that's actually a very good rate for me as well. You know, I'm an investor myself. But right now, my money is on my savings account at the bank, making, I don't know, roughly 0 point something a month. That's exactly not much, right? So I just think Crediteu, it's a great opportunity for me to diversify my investments and boost my returns. I can actually take a look at the companies I can lend money to. I can take a look at their yearly return rates, their credit rating system, That's probably assessed by the Crediteo team. So lab, for instance, they'll give me a 20% return a year, which is a very good return. They have a BP rating, which is moderate risk. But I'm looking for something better. You know, I'm feeling adventurous. And Bootcamp, I know the place. 27% a year. That's very good. Even though C rating is a bit risky, I'm willing to take that risk for that type of return a year. Right? It's really way better than what I have in my bank. So yeah, they want to open a place where I live. I'm going to invest 10K on that. Oh wow, so that's my dashboard. I can actually see the contract. So that's my loan contract right there. All I have to do now is wait until the deal is closed and I can actually wire the money to the company and lend money too. Sounds great.
So it's been a while since I opened up my deal, so let's check in and see how it's going. So I logged in, and it has only been a few hours and I already raised 10,000 reais. So it looks like I'm gonna open my own burger shop, and we can all go to the next block and get some burgers.
We want some burgers.
Thank you.
I forgot to say most of them have never written a line of code 9 weeks ago. So, yeah, that's what we do. For the next presentation, we have something interesting. They're kind of thinking they're the kings of backend now. So, I mean, you have to be patient with them, okay? So I'd like to invite Nanook, Ivo Nanook, Caio, and Hugo. And Nicolas, Hervé, my favorite.
Hi everyone. Who of you has Instagram? So even though not all of you showed your hands, I think it's pretty much everyone. And who of you knows what an influencer is? A little less, but still it's pretty much a person that has a huge audience on Instagram or other social platforms. So think about you just founded a startup or already have founded one, and you're in a niche. You are very niche. You're, for example, doing a vegan nutrition brand. You're doing cat fashion. You're doing whatever, surf gear. Something that has a very active, but very narrow target group. So how do you reach this target group? Well, you have these influencers that have this vast reach on their socials, and you also have influencers in exactly the niche that you are into. For example, a huge Instagrammer that surfs, who is followed by people who are very interested in surfing. Or an Instagrammer that is vegan, who is followed by followers that have a special interest in animal rights, in veganism, or something like this. So I now wanna do, well, you can give these influencers money to promote your product. What you need for it is A, you need to find them, and secondly, you need to somehow approach them, right? So let's say I just founded my vegan nutrition brand, right? And I found this software, Cred.io, which is a search tool for niche influencers. And if we scroll down a little bit, we see it's not just a search tool, it also has a built-in messenger, which is pretty much what I needed. All right, so let's start and hit our first search. I'm a vegan brand, so I want to find an influencer that has an interest in animal rights, right? And as my product is also produced with biological ingredients, I also want to search for people that are interested in the environment. So let's search for environment as well. And as it's my first influencer marketing campaign, I don't want to go for the influencer superstars because they're very expensive. So I want to decrease the follower maximum from 4 million to, let's say, 50 to 60K, which means the influencer has 56,000 followers maximum. All right, let's hit the search. Okay, So the software found 229 influencers in Brazil that have an interest in animal rights and the environment. And they all have a size between 5 to 56,000 followers. Let's take a look and scroll a little down. So I want to select, for example, her. She's obviously interested in animal rights and also in the environment. Her engagement rate, which means the likes and comments on her picture, is quite alright. She has an active target audience and roughly 50,000 followers. Looks pretty good. But let's take a closer look and go into her Instagram profile. Alright, so on the first side looks pretty good. She looks like a very, very kind person. But let's take a look at the picture in the middle. Looks pretty vegan to me. She's drinking something that looks very delicious, very green, very vegetable. And my Portuguese is very bad, but I can see that she's talking about not eating meat, and so she's making that a topic to her audience. To me, she looks perfect to exactly what I was looking for. So let's get back to our Credit.io and select her. All right. Let's keep going, go up a little bit. Let's take the second one. She looks like she's a celebrity, as she has this blue checkbox. Her engagements are crazy, like 7%. It says she's a singer, sounds very interesting. As of again, let's take a look at her Instagram. All right, let's take a look at her feed. She's a singer. She looks a little alternative to me. Again, it's a pretty good fit for my brand. That's my target group, young, female, maybe a little alternative. So I definitely choose her, so let's pick her as well. And to fast it up a little bit, let's choose three more, please. All right. Now that we have our perfectly targeted influencers, we can go and contact them by clicking the mailing button. And let's not lose time. Our subject is influencer marketing. And we want to approach them with, I don't know, hey, do you want to advertise with me? All right. So we're going to send this message to all of them, of course with their own name. And let's see. That was pretty easy, right? So if you remember our initial problem, we are a niche brand, and there are these people on Instagram that have a huge audience, and Credit.io helps us identify them and text them, and it all takes me about like 3 minutes. So I hope you liked it. Thanks a lot.